Hi, I'm Michael Senoff, founder and CEO of HardToFindSeminars.com. For the last 5 years, I've interviewed the world's best business and marketing minds. Now my challenge is to build the world's largest free resource for online, downloadable audio business interviews. I've learned a lot in the last 5 years, and today I'm going to show you the skills you need to survive.
Eugene Schwartz. I want to take a few minutes with you to impart to you some things that I have learned in my lifetime about copywriting that's going to change the way you write forever. I want to explain what I'm doing here. I have two goals. My first goal is to help you as much as I can. My second goal is to make myself transparent. And don't worry about taking notes, because at the end of our talk, I'm going to tell you how to get all the notes on what I'm talking about here today. That this is a mystical experience which we undergo every so often. Now, I don't know whether you've tried it. It's marvelous. If you work with a computer, a good computer, lots of bytes, you can say to the computer, solve this problem for me. When it does, you can then say, make yourself transparent to me. How did you solve this problem? Then the computer will then go back every step and show you how it reached its solution. The computer cannot lie. It doesn't have that circuit built in. We have a very large number of lying circuits built into us. Now, what I'm going to try to do is take the lying circuits and move them over here and be transparent. That means I'm going to answer any question, give you all the information I can completely and honestly. And we'll see how that works, because that's the only way I can possibly impart anything of value to any of you. Now, I know you're extremely fine professionals, and much of what I say for the first 10 minutes is going to be too elementary for you. But I cannot discuss anything unless I go over the very, very, very beginning. Okay, this is a timer. It is the most valuable thing I ever bought in my life. I go nowhere in the world without a timer. Whenever I do anything, I press in 3, 3, 3, 3. That means 33 minutes and 33 seconds. I then press the start button. Now, we're going to speak for 33.33 minutes. Now, why do I do this? Because I don't think anyone can work for a very long period of time without interruption. And if you do, you exhaust yourself too quickly. When a posse used to chase a criminal out west where I come from, Butte, Montana, the horse thief would ride for an hour, and then he'd get off and walk the horse for an hour. And then he'd get on the horse again and ride. And the posse would ride for an hour behind him, get off the horse and walk an hour and then ride. Why wouldn't the posse go faster? Because the horse would be exhausted and drop dead. Okay. Your mind has a way of dropping dead on you. So what we do is we give it this 33.33 minutes, and this gives us room for inspiration to sneak in. Okay, that's number one. Number two is the fact that I come from Butte, Montana. Now, you probably come from a lot of different places rather than this particular place. I was very fortunate to be born in Butte, Montana. It's a very small town of 30,000 people. I grew up there. I left when I was 15. I live in Manhattan. I lead an extremely sophisticated life in Manhattan. I never try to lose the Butte, Montana in me, because the Butte, Montana in me is everybody in this huge country of ours. Now, I don't know how many of you read the National Enquirer every week. I don't know how many of you go to every film that makes over $100 million and see every one of them. You cannot lose touch with the people of this country, no matter how successful or how potent you are. If you don't spend at least 2 hours a week finding out where your market is today, you are finished. You will have a career of 3 blazing years and be finished. Now, here is a summary of Eugene Schwartz's rules of great copywriting. These are, in fact, the 8 rules of great marketing and great editorial. And yes, Schwartz says these are rules, so I'll expound upon them. Number 1, be the best listener you ever met. Number 2, work extremely intensely in spurts. 3, never create. Know the product to the core and combine the details in new ways. Number 4, write to the chimpanzee brain, simply, directly. 5, channel demand, never sell. Number 6, think about what your product does, not is, and demonstrate this. Number 7, make gratification instantaneous. And 8, failing often and testing big differences shows you are trying hard enough. So go and get in touch with your people. Don't lose that. Talk to every cab driver you meet. Speak to everyone you can. Be the best listener you ever met. Talk little, listen much. That is your market talking. You don't have to have great ideas if you can hear great ideas. Can someone get me a glass of water? Thank you, sweetheart. Buddy Edelson is the owner of Boardroom Incorporated. He came to me with $3,500 in his pocket, and I told him I'd have to charge him $2,500 as a copy fee, which embarrassed the devil out of me, but didn't bother him at all. And he said, okay, what do we do? And I said, well, we can start it right now. I'm going to sit, and I'm going to listen, and you're going to talk. He talked for about 4 hours about this crazy concept of having a thing called Boardroom, a newsletter called Boardroom. And I just sat there, like you're sitting there right now, taking notes. And when he said things, I just took it down. And about 30 minutes into it, he said one sentence. And I took it down, and then we were finished. And I said, well, thank you. And he said, when can you have the copy for me? And I said, about 2 weeks. He walked out. I went home. Now, my wife takes a long time to make up. While she did that, I wrote the ad. I put in the ad from stem to stern. I couldn't give it to him the same night because you would think it was worth nothing. So I put it away for 2 weeks. And in 2 weeks, I sent it to him and he ran it. Now, my copy was 70% his conversation. The headline was, How to Get the Heart of 370 Business Magazines in Just 30 Minutes a Month. It was his thing. It was his idea. It was his conception. It was his vision. All I did was write it out and give it to people.
Hi, it's Michael Senoff with HardToFindSeminars.com. Thanks for watching this video. You know, many of my interviews last 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, sometimes even up to 2.5 hours long. They're actual mini seminars, and you've just listened to a short sample of just one of over 117 hours of exciting, hard-hitting, mind-blowing interviews on how to make money in direct mail, advertising, copywriting. I assure you, there is not a resource anywhere on the internet or on the planet that comes close to the free information I provide at HardToFindSeminars.com. So go right now to HardToFindSeminars.com and you'll have free access to 117 hours of audio interviews with typed word-for-word downloadable transcripts and downloadable MP3 files. Please browse some more of the videos or go right directly to HardToFindSeminars.com. Thanks for watching.